Blog Talk Radio.
And I just don't give a damn. This is what I am. Understand, I don't give a damn. This is who I am. Man, I don't give a damn. This is what I am. And I just don't give a damn. Take me as I am. And my G still pumping. Sold on the culture, you know that my Doja culture game over, soldier. I'm coolin'. Be on the sofa. Niggas is posers and I'm the sculptor.
You are listening live.
We'll do it live!
Of course, unless you're not listening live. This is the Pro Wrestling Torch East Coast Cast. It is Wednesday. It's June 30th, 2021. I'm your host. I'm Travis Bryant. And joining me as soon as he can will be co-host extraordinaire Cameron Hawkins. But until then, in the meantime, let me go ahead and give out all the pertinent contact information. This here is an interactive show, so please reach out and interact with us in one or all of the following ways. If you want to have your voice heard on this show, there are two ways to go about that. First way, give us a call. Hit us up on the Constellation lines, and we will talk to you live tonight on air. So give us a call at 347-202-0103. Once again, that's 347-202-0103 to talk to Cameron and myself live tonight. If you want your voice heard, but you can't call us live, you can drop us a voicemail. Voicemails give you 3 unadulterated minutes to get your questions off, your comments, yell, rant, rave, whatever it is that you want to do it vocally. The voicemail is there for you to do it. Hit the voicemail at 415-787-5229. Once again, the voicemail can be reached at 415-787-5229. And you can always drop us an email the old school way. The mailbag is always open, constantly being refreshed. So hit us up anytime during the week, anytime during the show. You can drop that email at eastcoastaudioshow@gmail.com. Once again, that's eastcoastaudioshow@gmail.com. Let us know, be sure in the subject of your email, let us know VIP or non-VIP, which segment you want your email read in. Find us on Twitter. You can find the show at East Coast Cast, twitter.com/East Coast Cast. You can find my personal Twitter at TravLord, and you can find Cam at Seahawk. That's CEE Hawk. And you can also follow Cam on Twitch at twitch.tv/Seahawk. And if you do it right now, you can follow along live and jump in the stream and communicate with us that way. But the last bastion of Get At It, find us on Facebook. Facebook fan page can be found at facebook.com/PW Torch East Coast Cast, or just search East Coast Cast or PW Torch. Find us among the family of Torch fan pages. So yeah, go give us a like, share us on your timeline, tag your wrestling pals in it, spread the word that way. I think y'all know how it works by now. All right, let's get this show on the road. Let's bring Cameron Hawkins into the mix. Cam, what's happening?
What's the deal, man? How you living?
I'm doing all right, man. How do I sound, by the way? Because I got the new setup, and I'm hoping.
Sound great?
Yeah, good. A couple weeks ago, about a month or so ago, it was after VIP, and I was doing the write-up, and I guess it wasn't the most exciting show. I don't know. And I was like, what the hell were me and Cam talking about to open the show? So I just went on Blog Talk Radio and listened back, and I was just like, oh, man, I don't like how I sound here. So, yeah. Went and got the.
I haven't heard that thing that we had been having in the background. I figured that was like a Skype thing, but sound good.
Yeah. I was still dealing with the Logitech headset Wade sent me back in like 2015. It was probably good then, but you know, things move fast. But okay. Yeah. So where the hell are we starting? What's the story of the week? Yeah.
Because I watched a lot of wrestling this week, right? It's always weird coming down from like a pay-per-view, right? Because you get kind of all the weak stuff and everything that built up to it. But yeah, I would say the story of the week would be Edge returning to SmackDown to potentially challenge Roman at Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I think that deserves a top billing for the week. Out of nowhere. I'm not sure if they had signaled it or whatever beforehand, but it was just kind of like, oh snap, because I didn't see it live. It was just like Edge is back. Like what? How'd this happen? So I was pretty excited to going in to watch SmackDown, the replay, and yeah, Edge is back, and Edge is going to lose to Roman Reigns again. But. That's
Edge finna get sent back to the crib.
Yeah.
The cutest thing was Beth Phoenix posting a picture of, I guess, like Edge's armchair that he typically sits in the living room.
Mm-hmm.
And there was an Edge action figure sitting there, as if to distract her from, like, she won't notice I'm gone. It was so funny.
Yeah, as if they won't see each other on the road when Beth is doing commentary. But is this not going to say is it a big enough match, because it is. So the star power and all those things are there and then some. But like I said, Edge is going to lose this match. Like, there's no way Edge is going to win the Universal Championship.
Mm-hmm.
So does that take away? Granted, the guy just showed up 4 or 5 days ago, and we haven't gotten a promo. We haven't gotten a mission statement. We can kind of speculate what it's going to be. I want to beat you up and take that belt and all those things. But does it take something away that he's kind of just a, one-off probably challenger for the summer?
The reason I'll say no, I don't think Roman's gone up against anybody we thought would beat him yet. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah, I think him and Seth will be interesting. But, yeah, I don't think that there's anybody that they presented so far where it's like, oh, this guy really has got to be Roman. Like, I don't know if you realize it, Travis, Roman's been champion for 307 days.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Or something like that. Like, it's really been that long, and he's been smashing everybody, right? So, no, I don't think it's too crazy. I think it'll be fun. I'm always interested to see, especially at this stage, what Edge brings to the table, right? But yeah, that'll be. I think it's gonna be a fun match. The build's already there. Edge is so good at the promos leading up to matches, and then Jimmy Uso is picking up where Jay left off. That story's still really, really interesting. So yeah.
Yeah, you had Jimmy getting a win over who'd he beat in a
Dolph
Ziggler. Yeah, in a good match, but a match that he should certainly at this point in the story should win. Because I'm waiting for the setup, sort of like how you put it last week with sociopath Roman, getting them there, and I did this for you, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I'm really excited for that part of the story. Also, while retaining his title and being recognized as the head of the table, and just continuing that. Yeah. Do you assume it's going to be Cena at SummerSlam? Did you see the tweet or whatever Roman put out? Like, y'all don't want this. Talking about Rock and Cena.
Yeah. I did see that. I don't know. I mean, I feel like there's a reason that they put Seth in that spot just this last week. I really think they're going to go with those two at SummerSlam and not somebody outside. And I'm just I feel like Cena's going to be doing. I know when SummerSlam is, but I still feel like Cena's going to be on. What is it? Suicide Squad press run, post run. I don't know if you can do a match that soon after the movie drops. You know what I mean? So I think it's him and Seth. Now, we can talk about the other side, and we'll get to that. But I think the Raw side is going to have the bigger part-timer match. I hate saying part-timer, but special attraction match. I think that's going to be closer to what they have.
Who's more of a special attraction, part-time, whatever phrase, than Edge?
Brock.
Oh, sure.
I think that's got a shot.
I only saw highlights of Raw, but I didn't see. Is it still speculation, or did they on TV?
Still speculation.
Okay.
But it's like with that, you can go either way with Kofi and Lashley, which is also having a really good build because Kofi and MVP are so good together. Both. I'm really excited to see that match. I'm almost trying to convince myself to buy a ticket. Almost. I'm close. I don't know. Might have to make the call.
I mean, you talking about Money in the Bank still?
Yeah.
Well, I better make that call quick. I can't imagine. The market like Dallas, those tickets are gonna.
I meant call the guy. Call our guy.
I got you.
You're like, hey,
But I'm saying, he might be like, hey man, it's a sellout. You got if you hit me up last week, I might could have helped you out.
Yeah. So, now you couldn't.
Don't wait too long.
I think I might just pull up and kick it.
Right.
Because I got people out there, so I might just go hang out. But we'll see.
So before we get off SmackDown, we had completely off SmackDown. We had Bianca losing not very cleanly to Bayley. I guess they don't have
in a mixed tag because we do that regularly now. Like that's a thing now. Like okay, it's cool.
Because we don't have somebody next for Bianca for Money in the Bank.
I think because everybody who would be next, you got to put him in the Money in the Bank match.
Oh, right. That has to be like an 8-person match instead of 4 or 6. Doesn't have to, yeah. But I get you. And aren't they doing 4 from Raw, 4 from SmackDown? Isn't that on?
Yeah, I think on both sides they're doing it.
Yeah.
So so you got what? Liv Morgan. Is Liv Morgan and Carmella are both in it? Let me see if we got that. The information.
I think
Let's see.
So.
Money in the Bank 2021. Liv continues to really improve, as a matter of fact. I feel like we should kind of point that out. But she does continue to get better. Let's see. And she trains with the best, so So right now it is Ruby Riott and the other women and Natalia's and Yeah. But Asuka. Okay, so the Raw side is Asuka, Alexa Bliss, and Nikki Cross so far. And then the women's side is Naomi and Carmella. I'm sorry. The SmackDown side is right now is Naomi and Carmella. So you still have 3 spaces available. I got to believe one of those is going to be Liv. If 2 of them are SmackDown, who do you think? I'm trying to think of who's still over there, right?
Yeah,
maybe
Bayley's.
I wonder if Sasha comes back.
That's always possible. She's been since dropping the title, she's been pretty MIA. So, and if they do we don't know, it's going to be a mystery, then it's for surely her. Mm-hmm. But if they fill it in, they could fill it in and still. Because she could be like, hey, I'm bigger than Money in the Bank, and have a legit, kind of like, well, yeah, she shouldn't have to wrestle in the Money in the Bank for a title shot. She should come back, and on the strength of I'm Sasha Banks, I lost, and it's been months. I want a rematch. I didn't get my automatic rematch, that thing, but it's been 3 months. Let's go, or however long it's been.
Yeah.
So I'll say I'm stick with my original. If they stretch it out and try to do a mystery, it's definitely her. But I could see them filling those spots in with 2 more fillers.
Well, yeah, Darrell's right. So the Raw side is full.
Filler.
Yeah, the Raw side is full. because if it's 4-4, then it's Asuka, Naomi, Alexa, Nikki. So on the SmackDown side, you got Mella, you got Liv Morgan. Who the hell else is still over there?
Yeah, I haven't been to like the roster page in forever, so I don't.
No, yeah. Did Liv get in when she beat Carmella? That's what I don't remember. I think they might. I think they said they're going to put it up for advisement. I want to say is what. Yeah, Liv didn't make it yet. Liv, it's under advisement for Sonya Deville.
Whatever. What?
Yeah.
Make a decision. Under advisement? What does that mean? I know what it means. But...
I mean, yeah, I guess Liv wasn't a singles wrestler until last week, right? So, I get it. You know, that's.
I don't want to see this on TV, but Liv could just be like, "Hey, we ain't exactly deep here. Like, just put me in, coach. The fuck we doing?"
Exactly. But yeah. So then the men's side, you got Ricochet, Morrison, Riddle, Big E, Drew, whoever wins between Owens and Zayn, and then two more people. So I feel like Apollo will probably get in there. And then Nakamura, I'll probably say.
King Nakamura.
King Nakamura. My apologies. But yeah, what's interesting about that match, if Kevin Owens gets in, then at the most you can only have 4 former world champions in that match. So at least half the field are going to be guys who've never been world champion. Ricochet, Morrison, Riddle, and Big E. And then if Sami Zayn gets in, that's more than half the field, which I think is good. I think it's a welcome change. Like on the women's side, a lot of it's booking, but so far, every woman in that match other than Nikki Cross has been SmackDown and or Raw champion.
Yeah, and wasn't your point there should be less former world champions in that match?
Absolutely. Yeah. But the thing is, on the women's side, you can't really do it. Like, they've given everybody world titles, you know? So, like...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it would have to be... And, I mean, I feel like NXT counts, but even if it didn't, like, you'd have to get basically Shayna in there and... Dana and Mandy, like it's really slim as far as who has not been, and of course Liv, but it's really slim on who has not been a world champion to cash in Money in the Bank. And again, it's not a man-woman thing; it's a WWE thing. I just think Money in the Bank should be about new faces. Like Corbin winning it was a good thing, and Damian Sandow winning it, with how the match played out, was a good thing. You know, like so they've had some good stuff as far as that goes. Edge winning it originally, a good thing. Like they've done some work with it, but yeah, you just want it to be new acts in that match. You know, to let people know that you're going with new champions, you're going with new acts. Yeah. So, in the rest of that card, again, Roman Edge, Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair, Lashley MVP. Like that's even if they only go with 5 matches, that's a really good card. Like I feel like the pre-show will probably be Dana and Mandy challenging Tamina and Natalya. I think that'll probably be it because they've been so like really pushing that feud. So that's what I think.
You could where yeah. No, I'm just I'll leave it at that. I don't even want to. Oh, so I didn't get to see NXT, and I didn't. I waited too damn long till today to realize I didn't see the show, and I didn't even get to see highlights. But I know Swerve won the North American title.
Yeah, and a really, really good match. Like basically
in a banger. Yeah, that I'm hearing. It's just
basically like gotten Bronson Reed's face like about if you real. Defend the title against me, and you know his boys cause all kind of shenanigans, but in the end, Swerve wins with a a 450 with Bronson Reed basically draped over the bottom rope because he got distracted and got hit. Yeah, really, really fun match. I think that everybody's like, I guess Bronson Reed's getting the call up, is what they're thinking, because Vince was at the Performance Center this week, I guess. So yeah, everybody's like, I think Bronson Reed's getting the call up. I can't really think of another reason to get the title off him as abruptly as they did. But yeah, a really, really, really good match.
I mean, I'm a Bronson Reed fan. I mean, I got the bona fides and the credentials. Not that I don't think he's TV main roster ready. I don't see what Vince, like, he's not some overpowering personality guy to offset the fact that he's not a body guy. I guess he's a body guy in that he's, that they do the Colossus thing with him, but he's not, big jack guy. He's just another big burly guy that Vince is probably going to tire of, because he's not particularly dynamic on the mic, at least not yet. Like, he's fine. He gets his point across. Yeah, I worry about that. I worry about, and I think we all worry about it because 15 years of or longer of history of this behavior. I mean, Keith Lee, anybody? I mean, come on. So it's just one of those. I want Bronson Reed to make as much money as he can, but I also want his career not to stagnate. And I just worry about him going up too early and not. It's one thing if you make a name for yourself in NXT to the point where they can't, where the fans would rebel if you start getting a bad push. I don't think Bronson Reed has established him that much that if he went up there and started getting treated bad or getting treated like a chump, I think people would just accept it because they just haven't seen enough of him. I don't know, but good fucking luck to the guy if that's the case. Cam dropped off. What's happening? Oh, he's back. Cam, were you talking?
When you get rolling down that hill, Travis, it was like 3 minutes ago. I was like, he's just still talking. Listen, I was waiting. I'm like, oh, guess Cam's not, because I was watching, I had the Twitch stream up, and I'm like, okay. leaving natural pause is like, oh, he's not going to jump in, so I got to stretch this 20 more seconds. And then I was like, let me check the switchboard. I literally ran out of Skype money during the call.
Oh, goddamn.
So they were like, yeah, buddy.
How does that work? You're still there. You read up?
I gave him some more money. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just paid him. I put some money in a slot.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I agree with you on Bronson Reed though. Like it sucks that we're at a point where like we look at a guy and it's like, wow, he's ideal for Vince. Vince is gonna hate him. Or Vince is tired of it. Like that sucks.
Right. It does. So especially when it's a guy like Bronson Reed who with some development and even though he's in his mid-30s, I think, maybe even mid to later 30s, but with some damn development, he could make you some money. And it's just, as I said, we've seen this story. Keith Lee, anybody. I mean, what is the deal with Keith Lee? What's the news with him, if any?
Nobody. I thought it was just Vince lost faith in the guy. And it's like, but what is he doing wrong? Everything looks good.
I guess it's best to have, if Vince is going to lose faith in you, it's probably best to not be on TV while that faith is lost, rather than being used while that faith is lost. And it's like, oh, okay.
Absolutely.
What'd you think of that spot with Ricochet and John Morrison, the springboard?
Thought it was beautiful. And I think what's important to me is when something happens that you've never seen before, that's a perfect way to end a match. Like, for it to be a wild enough thing to take both of those guys out, to me, that makes it a moment. Like, in a different way but a successful way when Braun speared Bobby through the stage, or Bobby speared Braun, however it worked. But like in a spectacle way, in a very safe way, but two trusted professionals with Ricochet and Morrison. I thought it was great. I did.
Yeah, I'm glad it was the finish of the match, even though it was a count out, a double count out. I was at the end. I was like, is Ricochet really? It would have been okay if he hopped back in, because he was the offensive, the one on offense for the move, so he should be the least messed up. But the fact that it was the finish that it was cool. But I don't know. I thought it was a little unnecessary. Like, what's the payoff for that kind of risk? It's just old man Trav not wanting anybody to have any fun.
That does happen. Yeah.
But it was fucking gorgeous. But
it looked great. What a catch! Yeah, what a jump and what a catch! Like, it was really impressive. Salute to those guys, man. I thought it was cool. Are you excited? Or is your excitement tempered? Or do you really feel any way about the Rhea Charlotte match?
I don't. Whatever. I don't care. I mean, it'll be fine. The match will be okay, and I mean that it'll be a okay match. I don't know if they're, because I explained last week or whatever, they're just they're similar in so many ways that I don't think they just don't mesh well physically and in the ring. I don't know if it's Rhea, if it's Charlotte, I think it's the combination of them in the ring when they're interacting. It's just super okay. It's very technically fine, but that's about it. And this is going back to, I think they had a really good match when Rhea was in NXT and they were doing their stuff. But since they've both been on the main roster, I haven't been impressed with their work together. They're fine individually. Really like Rhea Ripley, and Charlotte's great, but something about them together. Yeah.
Not quite rocking. But sticking on NXT real quick, I know you didn't get to see it, but man, they had some good matches. The women's triple threat for number one contenders to the tag titles, Zoe Stark and Io Shirai. Like, everybody's really good, but they really stood out in that match.
Really? That was going to be something I asked about, because I thought they threw them together to give Io something, and it's like, okay, we gave Zoe Stark this, decent push, and then for a couple weeks they didn't do anything with her. So I thought it was like, oh, this is trying to find something for her, and we got to have something for Io. She's back, and put them together and put them in the tag division, which needs to be, and certainly could be bolstered. But I didn't think they were going to be anything special together as a team. And you're telling me they were the standout in this thing?
Yeah, won the match. Because the thing is,
I'm not surprised, because it is Io Shirai, but still.
Yeah, but the callback is now you get Io Shirai and Candice gets to tell Zoe Stark that she can't trust Io Shirai. And they did that promo. I was like, okay, yeah, I get it. Very smart.
Okay.
Because, remember Candice coming to her aid all those months ago, and that's when you get heel. So, I think that's going to be a really good match. A lot of,
I'd rather that than them running from the angle or pretending that
for sure
it didn't exist or didn't happen the way it did.
I mean, you got now 4 very good wrestlers in there. Like, I'm willing to put Indy in the very good wrestler spot now. Really good wrestler. So that should be a banger. And then, so Johnny Gargano is, well, before we get to that, so Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly had I guess like a standoff in the ring, and they're talking, and, Kyle's talking, regular, and then Cole is talking spicy, like so spicy. Like, I was always a star of the Undisputed Era. Whatever you do, you'll never be as good as me. I know it. you know it, your wife knows it. And Kyle was like, yo. And he was like, you can't bring my wife up. And like, okay, so like Joe comes out at that point, right? And Joe is like, making sure that we maintain, or Joe was already out there, making sure they maintain order. Yo, they got into it, and Joe separates them, but then Kyle, as Cole tried to sucker Kyle puts him in a leg lock, and then Joe goes to break it up and stops.
Like, you know what?
It just leaves, and Adam Cole, and eventually he tells security to get in there. But, Cole thought that, of course, because Joe's not going to let nothing happen, he's going to break it up. Joe started to go in, and then looked at him and was like, nah, you can. I
Put
hope
yourself
that's
in that
leading to a
situation.
match. I really hope that's leading to a match. Like, who knows if Joe's going to be cleared or anything like that, but, man, I hope that leads to something. Seriously. Because they are fun together. They really are.
Yeah, it leads me back. It just harkens back to that tweet you sent 3 weeks ago. Like they teasing all these Joe matches that they know they can't, they're not going to give us.
Fucked up. Yo, so how about what am I thinking? Oh, so Xia Li may have really knocked out Mercedes Martinez with a spin kick. It looked rough in the moment. Like, the ref stopped the match. Like, Austin stopped it. Like, yo, that spin kick was crazy. I think they said they're still, Mercedes Martinez is okay, but they're still checking on her. But, yeah, man, that looked pretty vicious. Got to be careful.
She don't have the fine control like an Aleister Black type on that spin kick he does that I'm surprised that we haven't gotten a report like this. Like, oh yeah, on last night's SmackDown, Aleister Black, knocked out such and such. Yeah. So I mean, when you're doing those blind, strikes, same with Asuka's back fist. It's like when you're taking your eye off a person and your idea is to punch
and I think. Like and Mercedes Martinez isn't like 6 feet tall, but I think there's a real height difference between the two of them. And so she's also like not only spin kicking, but she's also kicking up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so to make it look real, you got to put a little bit more velocity on it. And it's like, she folded up, man. I hope she's okay. Yeah.
Yeah. That would suck if finally she gets getting her damn TV push and she's doing good work and getting this young talent over the way they want and all the good things, and then you don't want to fuck around with start getting having concussion issues. That's So hopefully she's doing okay and will be fine.
So main event angle. So we're getting Gargano and Cross at Great American Bash. And Gargano's like, trying to do things about the letter of the law, but also decided this week, I'm going to just sneak Cross as many times as I can because Cross is dumb. Travis, they stay shitting on Cross. He literally told Cross he wasn't talented. Like, they stay shitting on him. And he kept jumping them. Like, I think Cross might have snuck him last week, so Johnny snuck Cross this week. But then, they tried to sneak him in the ring, and they kind of got him, but then they tried to sneak him when he was leaving, and they got a couple shots in on Cross, and Johnny was like, yeah, that's why I got you. And he turns his back to him, and Cross came up behind that man from out the car with Scarlett still in the car and choked that man out in the parking lot.
Wow.
And choked that man out in the parking lot. And then Joe picks him up to revive him. Oh man, it was fun. Like Johnny's playing like this kind of weasel character, but that's also admittedly very, very, very good at wrestling. But him in theory are jumping Cross because he knows he can't take Cross head on. Like it was actually like really fun to see. That match is going to be good because Johnny's in that match. So yeah, I think Great American Bash is going to be it's going to be solid. I don't think that Raquel's defending her title at this point. And probably not the North American title either. Let me see. Let's look at the card.
They could come back with the Bronson and Swerve rematch.
I forget it's on TV. Yeah, it's not a pay-per-view. I forget it's on TV. So, they could do anything. Let me see. Yeah, you're right. Without even.
I mean, that might have been the reason to have the title switch so they could have a rematch at the damn promoted TV, branded TV show.
And they are doing. They're doing LA Knight and Cameron Grimes. If Grimes for the $1 million title, if Grimes loses, he has to be Knight's butler, because that's what we do. That's
okay.
That's
so that's going to happen, right? Like we.
Mm.
Wait, does it go the other way? Does it go?
No. Title versus job.
Oh, right, of course.
Oh yeah, and the other match, MSK, Ciampa, and Thatcher. And yeah, I think that should be really good. Like MSK is so talented. Ciampa and Thatcher function really good together. So they're in like a standoff, and of course Ciampa is great on the mic, and they're talking reckless to MSK. And MSK is like, we're the champions. Like, what are you doing? Like, why should we be afraid of you? We know how good we are. And then I forget what Ciampa and Thatcher said, but I think it was Carter slaps Ciampa in the face as Wesley pushes Thatcher. Thatcher gets livid and starts to go toward MSK. Ciampa holds him back.
Mm-hmm.
So again, Ciampa got slapped, but Ciampa holds him back, and he's like, "Nah, we got y'all." And it was like, oh shit, like he smoked it. He smoked that promo. Ciampa literally says in the promo, "You know the difference between you and us? We make this look good." And I was like, this nigga's quoting Men in Black. He really is the Feds.
What? That's the line he said? Oh, I saw that tweet, and I'm like, what line from Men in Black could it have been? It couldn't have been we look because it's Ciampa, so it's not the TV commercial quote that, that's the popular one that you just said. And it is that one. Wow.
Literally that. Literally that. Yeah.
And is he being ironic? Because that's not exactly. It's like the opposite. Ciampa and Toothless Timmy. I don't imagine a team with a guy named Toothless Timmy on it does things like in this pretty finesse way. It's like the opposite.
Yes.
Like MSK,
yes.
But whatever. Let's not deal with
You said Grimes is going to be Virgil? Yes, he is. Grimes is going to be Virgil for a little bit. For sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're talking $1 Million Man. Oh, man. If they start doing... if they have Grimes at his own table with nobody near him trying to get autographs, they start making insider Virgil jokes during that. That'll be a shame. And punching way down. Yeah. Chill. I
want to see him in a white suit with pink trim though. Yeah, I think it's the only way it goes though. Yeah, you gotta get some legs out of that for sure. But he has 4 matches on a 2-hour show. They'll toss something else in there for sure. And it's 5 matches because this card doesn't even say Cross and Gargano. So that's 5 matches. Yeah, you got O'Reilly and Cole in what has to be the blow off. Yeah, everything looks good on here, man. This is gonna be a really good card.
All right, let's see if we got anybody to talk to. We've got a bunch of people on the line. Ain't nobody got their hand up. So, Darrell does, but it's too early for him. So, yeah, we'll just keep it pushing. So, yeah, what else is happening this week? Anything we missed? We fall through the crack stories.
Why does somebody make a meme of it's like a sign on the wall that says Nick Jackson can't bag a Naomi?
Oh, is this the continued Usos Young Bucks?
Yeah. Oh, that's what we can talk about. So WWE, they did finally finish their top 50 tag teams list.
Okay.
Did you see who came in number one?
No.
Do you have an idea on who came in number one?
So this is a WWE curated list?
Yes.
Can't imagine they would go like Heart Foundation. I don't know. Heart Foundation came in third. Okay, yeah, I can imagine them being top 3 or 5, but not number 1.
The Hardy Boys came in 2. So who came in number 1?
Not Edge and Christian, no. I don't know. Tell us.
The New Day.
Oh, okay.
It's almost too obvious, right? Like, it's almost too obvious.
Yeah,
the New Day.
Because the obvious one for me, I was like, well, it's not the Usos, because you'd have remained as calm as you did if that was the case. But where did the Usos fall? Were they top? I know they had to be top 10, right?
I believe the Usos came in like 7th.
Okay.
And I understood. I get it. They didn't have what? They only have 7 reigns, I guess, and I was kind of surprised at that. But ultimately, I think that's why they rank the way they are. But I mean, the New Day have the most reigns and the longest reign, and so I'm like, okay, yeah.
Any non-WWE teams make it?
Oh no, it's only a WWE list.
This was their list.
So,
Okay.
Yeah. So LOD should be number 1. LOD wasn't really in WWE.
Yo, man,
that's the thing.
First off, even if we were taking their entire thing into consideration, fuck out of here. No, they shouldn't.
Yeah, like they have
like you want one couple giant muscled head guys who came in and like literally like beat people up and clothesline the shit out of them and hurt people and took advantage of jobbers and shit. Well, fuck them.
They have. Let me see. They won the title twice. Like they weren't even there.
I don't even have that. Oh, I was 10 when they were popular. Kind of like nostalgia stuff for them. Like I was a Rockers fan, so they were kind of the opposite to what I was fucking with, even in 1988 or 1990. So. Demolition and LOD, I hate those conversations. Like they weren't okay. Demolition maybe, even if they look like a couple of gimps running around. But
so what I thought.
Wrestle.
Remember, I told you what the biggest thing for me was. What I wanted to see, what order the TLC teams came in. Hardy's at 2, Edge and Christian at 4, Dudley's at 5. I think I might have flipped Edge and Christian and the Hardys, but probably not. I think that Edge and Christian were the most interesting team during that time. Like they were the entertainment out when the bells weren't ringing, and they were also really good in the ring. I think that's why I'd put them there. But I completely understand how the Hardys exist in the hearts and minds of WWE. Like they literally went from jobbers to, at one point, the most not the most popular act, but absolutely the most popular face tag team. But yes, I get it. Heart Foundation being 3, I think, speaks volumes to how good they were. Yeah, solid list.
Yeah, I'm at the part on Sunday Night Heat where the Hardys just went like hair in the face, brooding, like they've got Doc Hendricks.
When they kicked it with Gangrel?
They got no. That's Edge and Christian.
No. Remember, they joined the New Brood with Gangrel.
Oh no, that hasn't happened yet. They're still feuding with the original Brood versus Hardys and with P.S. Hayes or Doc Hendricks.
Oh, okay.
As their,
oh yeah, he was with them, dressing like them, hilariously enough.
Yeah, but they finally dropped the They were wearing they were like Young Bucks looking stuff. Now they're in black. They've got their hair in their face. They're super angsty, like late 90s kids. So they've made the transition, and it's just off to the races here. Now I see, like, yeah, they literally were like just in the same peer group every step of the way with Edge and Christian. Like, it's just, yeah, watching these old heats just pretty insightful. But yeah, that's a list though. That going back to that top 50 tag team. Oh, who was number 50? Who just made the list?
Let me see if I can find the full list. It'll be a fun countdown.
Have you gotten yourself a physical copy of the PWI with your article in it?
I've not. You can actually go buy that now. It'll take like 3 weeks to get there, but you can go to getpwi.com and you can order the digital now, and you can have that immediately, or you can order the physical. Let me see. Top 50 WWE tag teams. Let's see. Full list. 50 was the Bushwhackers, of course. Of course it's the Bushwhackers, right? Let's see. Wow. Bushwhackers, Too Cool, Quebecers, Smoking Guns, Strike Force, Head Shrinkers. That's 50 through 45. Everybody seems like about right. Smoking Guns, I might put them a little bit higher thinking about it, but 44 to 40. Kane and X-Pac, Batista and Ric Flair, Eminem, Nasty Boys.
and Ric Flair.
They were tag champs.
Okay.
Yeah. Nasty Boys.
Where's Nicholas? Where's Nicholas and Braun Strowman?
And Braun? Yeah, right. So let's see. 39 through 35. London and Kendrick, DIY, World's Greatest Tag Team, Money Inc., Jericho and Big Show. I feel like World's Greatest Tag Team is being underrated here.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you gotta take the fact that they were together like two years. They had like a real good 2-year run, and that's kind of it. But
34 through 30, Natural Disasters, Street Profits, Jack and Jill Briscoe, Harper and Rowan, British Bulldog, and Owen Hart. They're doing work for the Street Profits there, who of course I really, really, really like, but that is a high rating for a new team. 29 to 25, Morrison and Miz, The Bar, Team Hell No, Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik, Los Guerreros. I'm like, okay.
Okay, yeah.
24 through 20, the APA, the Blackjacks, the Shield, Michaels and Triple H, Undisputed Era. Again, a lot of love for newer teams. Like, Undisputed Era being above APA is like, oh, okay. Yeah. So 19 through 15. I keep waiting for you to jump in and say something, Trav. 19 through 15, Rocky Johnson and Tony Atlas, Tanaka and Mr. Fuji, the Steiner Brothers, and the Rock and Sock Connection.
Okay.
I'm like, Rock and Sock Connect? Oh, yeah, but no. Okay.
Yeah, like, they were together for, 3 matches, but fine.
Yeah. 15 to 11, Wild Samoans, the Rockers, the Mega Powers, the Valiant Brothers, and Demolition.
The Valiant Brothers? Yeah.
Like, I guess, if you want to go back that far. 10 to 6, British Bulldogs, Brothers of Destruction, New Age Outlaws, the Usos, the Legion of Doom. All right, that sounds about right.
I expect Undertaker and Kane to be up there.
Yeah, and then we talked about the top 5, but Dudley's, Edge and Christian, Hart Foundation, Hardy Boys, New Day.
Yeah,
at top 10 especially is like really, really good. I think the New Age Outlaws even the work they did before they were in DX is kind of underrated. But yeah. Well, it's hard to have Undisputed Era and no Revival. Is it though? Is it? Like, if somebody who loved the Revival, they don't work there. Neither of them work there. You know, it's just that's the game. That's the game.
Not only do they not work there, but they don't work there, and it's like, you know,
they unapologetically don't work there.
Animosity, right?
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, I think it really says wonders for the Usos to be at number 7, being the only other. They're the only other modern. Like, not that the Hardys, Dudleys, and Edge and Christian aren't modern, but they haven't been teams for 15 years.
Yeah,
you know, like that pushes you out. So the highest rated, other than the New Day, of course, the highest rated modern teams are New Day at 1, Usos at 7, Undisputed Era at 20, The Shield at 22, and I guess I don't think Morrison.
We're getting to the point. Yeah,
the Bar.
Yeah,
the Bar. Team Hell No and the Bar at 27 and 28.
Yeah.
So the top 30, those are kind of the, and I'll even say Morrison and Miz because they were after the Hardys. So yeah, I'll say them. But like, yeah. So good on them. And like, this is a list where, like, even though you're going to have variants, like, I do feel like that top 30 or that top 30, I feel like that's a super solid list. And those are all teams outside of like Volkov and Sheik and the Blackjacks. Those are all teams that I think are really strong. Yeah.
You gotta prune those variants. If we've learned anything.
Have to.
4 weeks. Real quick, is your article in the one with Britt Baker on the cover?
What's the month?
October.
Yes, it is.
Okay, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So yeah. Kev was like, "Where do you want your copy sent to?" I was like, "My mom." That's who needs that.
Yeah.
Send it to mom. But yeah, he keeps trying to pay me. I'm like, dog, leave me alone. I'll get to it. I don't, it's fine. It's fine. But yeah. Really, really good list, as a matter of fact. I don't know who went through and did this, but like, it seems pretty objective outside of the teams that don't work there. But yeah, I like it. I like it, especially the top quarter or so. It's really, really good.
Indeed. Let's open up some calls and head to Chicago and talk to Boris. Boris, what's on your mind?
What up? Speaking of variants, did y'all watch Loki today?
Yes.
I certainly did. Yeah.
They hugged us today. They gave us the biggest hug ever. They gave us the Loki alligator.
Yeah, man.
Loki, I was like, damn.
They ain't playing no games. They went for it. Like, there's only 2 episodes left, right?
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So yeah, I was completely like, well, I'm gonna have to ask my comic book homies to explain this damn, mid-credit scene, because I didn't get none of that. I'm like, who's this kid with the fucking alligator?
Loki. Bruton Loki is the one that they thought was a Lord Loki. That's Bruton Loki. That's his muscle Loki. Old man Loki, and the alligator the kid.
Yeah.
Alligator the kid?
Yeah, that was the kid Loki.
Okay.
Yep. And alligator. Like Thor was a frog, and I guess Loki was an alligator at one time.
I'm sure it makes sense in
so,
context.
They just giving out nods like it ain't nothing now. It's like, and
I think this is going to be more than a nod, the way they ended.
Yeah, they're like, this is what's happening.
Yeah. You had to deal with this old man in his weird leotard outfit. Like, you're going to see him. And you're going to see Winston do Thor, too.
Yeah, I like that they're not afraid of showing what it would look like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though we got our version of it, because we've seen it in WandaVision, the costumes. It's like I like that we get to see what they would look like, and I'm glad we not in that era. So, any guess to where we're going at this point, or I have no clue.
I got no idea. I can't even.
Yeah.
I can't. I mean, I don't understand how if the time or the time wizards or whatever the fuck are everywhere and always watching. Like, how can they? Like, yeah, I don't get it. Like,
but they aren't. People, I feel like, but they aren't because Shorty cut their heads off and they were Chuck E. Cheese dolls.
Constructs. Yeah.
And Wizard of Oz. Now, who's pulling the strings?
Mephisto.
Because they didn't let us. She let us.
Hey, come on.
Let's just always guess Mephisto when we don't know something. Mephisto.
Yeah.
Mephisto has nothing to do with
Kane to conquer somehow at the end.
I would love for Jonathan Majors to show up as Kane. I would love for him to show up as Kane, just out of nowhere.
Now, they let us know that everybody's a variant. Because when she showed old girl, they didn't show us what she saw, but, she said, now what? So we know.
You talking about B-15? When her memories, when she had the little, we didn't see what she saw. We saw her reaction, but
she said, I was happy. I was like, oh.
And now she's gone, like, oh, wow.
And they made it seem like Loki was gonna kiss himself.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't put it past him.
I was like,
I mean,
huh?
I wouldn't put it past him. That's about how he gets down.
Right. Because he said if you really, because dude was saying that's what's gonna break the timeline if he does that. So they made sure he was right there, and then they got him out of there. This was awesome. I mean, as far as writing at this point and producing, man, it's like.
Oh yeah, they doing business, man. They telling stories.
I'll say it like this: with me, when they first showed the trailer, what I thought it was gonna be is nothing like what I thought it was gonna be. It's been totally different. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now, first impression to myself when I seen the trailer, I thought, man, this is going to be this and that, and then it's something totally different. So,
yeah,
that's what I've been really keeping up with. And with wrestling, it's almost like a soap opera behind the scenes with everything going on. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot. It is
and I like that.
A lot.
And I like that oral session, how people get to come on there. They're not bashing WWE, but they give you an impression of how, they was trying to, keep themselves going or talking to people, and it was just no traction.
Mm-hmm.
No traction. So I'm glad that, we have oral session where they have a comfortable place to come to, and we don't really have to wait on them to find a place to go to talk. They actually showing up, then they turn around and become guest hosts. So all these people are talented and just misused.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the Iconics came on there, and it's like, I can't wait to see them go somewhere else now. I mean, as a team, we got a bigger story. To me, I got a bigger story when they talk on there of who they were and what they want to do, and I'm looking forward to, man, where they gonna pop up. I hope it's a nice place where they can actually become a tag team, because, man, I'm just ready for them to unleash what they want to be.
Never should have broke them up, for sure. And then when you did break them up, like, still should have, like, they had something with Billy Kay that, they just missed, and it's like, man, y'all really had something going. But,
They actively missed. They stood at the plate with their eyes closed. Like, I mean, how do you miss on?
Yeah, you have a tennis racket.
Yeah, I don't get it. Some of their talent selections and all that. I mean, that's the oldest story.
Have we even talked about the releases? Like, we haven't even really got to that.
Not really, because they were.
Because I thought y'all did that already.
Yeah, no. Appreciate the call. They weren't the most.
Wasn't a lot of big names.
Big names, or 12, 15 people didn't get released at once. But you did have, like Killian Dane, and he was one of the named guys. Who else was on? Who else was gone?
Yeah, I'm taking a look at it now.
Okay.
The most recent, let's see, it just got updated. Like you said, Killian Dane. So it was Arturo Huas, Marina Shafir, Killian Dane, Tino Sabatelli, the Bollywood Boys, Kurt Stallion, Kurt Stallion never really got a chance, man. He had just got under the umbrella. Fandango and Tyler Breeze, and they missed on Johnny Curtis. And Tyler Breeze, too. Tyler Breeze is notable to me, Trav, because of how highly everybody speaks of him and how much they said he did for them. Yeah, it's really unfortunate.
Yeah, Fandango.
Another great guy they had in the team. Tyler Breeze. Yeah, but Fandango as well. Arya Davari, Tony Nese, let's see, August Gray, Chase Parker, and Matt Martell. So Everrise, they dropped those guys. So yeah.
I mean, if anybody should have been fucking released, it's those bozos. God, they were fucking corny as shit. And they just kept getting on TV like every week, 2-3 segments. Like, what the fuck is going on? Why is NXT?
Apparently, people were really high on them, and like they were like big. People really appreciated them on the indies, and when they got released, people were like, "Man, I can't wait for them to do stuff." I was like, "Okay,
yeah,
maybe I
good luck
didn't
to
quite
them.
get there yet, but yeah, make it happen."
Yeah. Fandango had a tweet. He's like, "Yeah, it's been a hell of the last 14 years." Like, fucking hell, he's been with that company since 07? How? Like, he goes all the way back to like the real, the old school developmental, OVW and FCW and Deep South. He probably saw them all in some iteration. Whew. It was probably time though. I don't.
Well, I mean, what more are you gonna do with them, right? They had highlights. You know what I'm saying? Like there were actual highs, but you got to make room for new guys. You're trying to make new talents. Like from a business standpoint, like damn, I wish Tyler Breeze could be like a coach or like a producer, because again, he was somebody who motivated a lot of people in the locker room. They really did look up to him, especially like some of the women wrestlers. They just talked about how they could go to him for tips and bounce ideas, and he was super supportive. So yeah, it's unfortunate. It really is.
That's interesting.
And like he was like, not the light per se, but that was Xavier Woods' man. Like a lot of strong bonds between him and people who are really high up in the company. And so yeah, unfortunate. But I'm sure he'll get on somewhere because everybody seems to love him. So this is what he wants to do. There's places for him to do it.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Have you seen Buddy Murphy lately?
No. Like on Twitter or some shit, you mean?
I don't know what they told Buddy Murphy. He wasn't allowed to take as far as supplements go.
Oh, that boy swolled up?
Travis. He is a monster right now. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's searching
something. Look at this man right now. Dog. Look at him. He's huge.
Yo!
Yeah.
Is that a lion?
Yeah.
Oh, Buddy Murphy. What the fuck?
He's yoked.
Wow.
I tweeted. I was like, he's at least 206 now. At least. That boy is huge. Gonna be trouble for somebody, man. What if he don't ever go back to wrestle? He's just like Henchman 3 in movies.
Hey.
Pays better.
Live longer. You know, all the drugs you do are recreational instead of, oh, I'm in a bunch of pain. I gotta, you know, I gotta sleep. I gotta, fuck. Give me, henchman number 3.
Yeah, for sure. Other than that, you got Charlotte and Andrade in the gym taking pictures with Andrade wearing an AEW hat and Charlotte wearing a WWE hat. Oh man, did you see your man had the internet salty? Your boy Jungle Boy posted a picture of him in the parking lot kissing Anna Jay and squeezing on her booty. And them boys was mad at Jungle Boy. They was mad at Jungle Boy. Everybody was like, "Oh, this is so great," but a bunch of people was mad at Jungle Boy. They wanted to fight. Y'all didn't have a shot,
Why,
baby.
they think
you didn't
she's
have a
out
shot.
of his league or something?
Yeah, exactly. Like, y'all didn't have a chance, man. Y'all was never gonna have nothing to offer that girl. Yeah. Somebody said that's Jungle Man now.
Yeah, if he was in WWE, that kind of move could get him a push or get his push halted, depending on how they felt about the woman.
Yeah,
like, how dare you? Yeah,
that's why they had Karrion Kross come out on main event to a bullshit ass entrance. I really don't think. Like, this idea that, like, Scarlett is going to leave him behind to be, like, a bigger act, I don't see that in Scarlett. Like, I think she's good looking, but people think that Scarlett is going to – they think Scarlett is Sable and he's Mark Marrow. And I'm like, nah, I don't see it like that. I don't – like, Scarlett's not doing – I don't turn on the TV and, like, man, what's Scarlett doing this week? You know, and that's me. But typically, like, with Sable, everybody wanted to see Sable. Like, really wanted to see Sable.
She has the same issue that he has. Like, they both are perfectly physically and aesthetically fit for the gimmick and for the job. It's just they don't have the necessary personality traits to take that extra step to become stars. Like, Scarlett was a star in Impact. Wasn't that where she was first? I remember that's how she got her. They let her do anything, and she had all the creative control, I'm sure, and she got herself over by looking very good and doing sensual stuff and being, but beyond that, she still does that to a lesser extent because it's about getting somebody else over now. But I didn't hear that about her being Sable and him being Mark Marrow. Like, he's not as lame as Mark Marrow, and she's definitely not in the same league as Sable. So on both fronts, they're just off. But yeah, ain't nobody checking for neither one of them, for real.
So AEW's back tonight on Wednesdays, back to their regular time. And I think because the playoffs will be over by the time it comes back, this should be permanent until they go back to until they go to TBS. And tonight's big match, MJF and Sammy Guevara. They've been going back and forth on social media for weeks. I mean, AEW and WWE is getting better at advertising matches, but AEW knows how to make their weekly matches feel like a big deal. And they really do know how to put on how to promote a main event. And then their pay-per-view's coming up here soon. Let's see, AEW pay-per-view. List of all the
That's the one in. Is that the?
Oh, yeah, All Out is the next one.
It's September. Yeah. So they did their spring one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what Darrell's talking about. Darrell, what'd it be like?
What up?
Bring him on.
Yo.
There you go. What's happening?
Yo, what up? How y'all doing?
Doing, you know.
Yep. Just here packing up. About to
Where you going?
Flight.
Oh, right.
Down by Miami. going to close to Miami.
How close? Where you going?
About 30 minutes, 40 minutes away. Fort Miles.
Okay.
Where Plies from.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Little quick little getaway for the 4th.
No, respect. I'm bringing the fun to me, but I know how it go.
Hey, yeah, you got them traveling.
Speaking of,
so
you flew somebody out?
Hey man, I put some money on the tank. But what are you doing Sunday, Travis? I know you ain't working.
Is that the 4th or something? Is that why you said I'm not working?
Yeah.
Because then nothing. Yeah.
But it's Sunday and the 4th, so you wouldn't be working.
Turn your computer off or down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my bad.
I'm gonna let you know what we got going, Trav. We might, if it's nothing crazy, we might, put a little something on the grill at the crib on Saturday. So I'll let you know.
Okay.
That.
Oh, for sure.
Why on the Saturday? Why not Sunday?
Because we're going to be outside on Sunday, baby. We're going to be outside.
You outside on the grill. What you talking about?
Yeah, okay. I'm going to be outside. Not even going to be close to my house. I'm changing zip codes on Sunday. Trying to get on a boat.
You biting some butt cheeks. That's what you doing. All right. That's what's up.
I mean, yeah. Yes. That is exactly what I'm going to do.
Back in my younger days, when I was off in school, used that line on a couple of women to get them to let me bite their butt cheeks in the club.
In the club?
In the club.
I was going to be somewhere secluded doing it. In the club. Okay.
No. But I pulled up on one home girl. Coming home, because we stayed in the same complex. It was about 2:00. Told her, hey, what's up, baby? Hey, come on, let me bite your butt cheeks, man. She's like, you lying? I'm dead serious. And she walked over there, and then all I remember, we was up in the house. Hey, I ain't come home till the next day, so.
As it should go.
Hey, them were the days. But anyway.
Yo,
I've been
Albert
listening
and
to you guys.
Hold up. Albert and Droz was really out here piercing motherfuckers' noses and tongues and shit. On Sunday Night Heat.
Doing
they
whatever.
Got a briefcase full of piercing tattoo tools or whatever. Wow. Go ahead. I bet to interrupt.
The wild side, man. Hey, let me ask you guys a question, see if y'all agree, man. I've been, since earlier today, I've been touting New Day, top 5 faction of all time.
Yeah. I don't know how you could argue it. I mean, if I say all time's hard for me because admittedly, when I say all time, I'm kind of starting from the time where I'd be watching, but I'd say Horsemen, NWO, and this isn't in order, but Horsemen, NWO, Shield, New Day, DX. I guess DX. DX is hard for me because DX is a name that is shared by DX, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and China is not DX, Triple H, China, Outlaws, X-Pac to me. Those are two different things. And so I have trouble because NWO to me is like stops at 6, basically. As far as when I'm equating, them being like so them to me would be. I know they had 98 niggas in there, but it's Hogan, Hall, Nash, Big Show, DiBiase, and Fix, kind of to me. And then it goes on and on. But one thing about them, that core never, even though Big Show or Giant was kicked out, like there was so long before that happened. That's still kind of the group to me, but NWO always had the same core, so I can kind of stick with that. But like without Shawn Michaels, it's hard for me to equate exactly where I'd say DX is. But I say all that to say, Travis, you're still right. You know what I mean? Like you're still correct. But yeah, I'd say
you don't put in 3-man groups like what's his name?
So I'm kind of doing the Shield.
Michael Hayes with them now.
the Freebirds.
I couldn't. I can't really tell you how good that. Like that's not for me to say. I don't know. But
they're around the time the Horsemen. So if you say Horsemen,
but I've watched Horsemen. Like I've watched a bunch of Horsemen stuff. You know what I mean? Like I didn't watch a bunch of Freebird stuff. I didn't watch them in the Von Erichs. I'm a Texan, but I wasn't in Texas then. I would say I wouldn't say Evolution. I think Evolution was a great building block for Orton and Batista, but I think they did so good outside of that. I don't really equate. To me, that was them in college. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, hold on, y'all.
Okay.
Mhm.
No, y'all talk. I just didn't want to.
I was going to say, why we got to wait for Trav? But yeah, I would say I'm trying to think of who would be Wyatt family. Isn't that to me?
They ain't stay alive around long enough. That's why I couldn't say Shield neither. They didn't stay around long enough.
Pinnacle and Pinnacle and Inner Circle way too new. I didn't really like any TNA faction to that level. I wasn't even though I have NWO Wolfpack merchandise, they weren't that good. They didn't really do anything. Yeah. Who else? I'm trying to think of whatever the WWF, WWE factions would even qualify.
Not even. It's not too many.
Yeah, they don't really. Yeah, they didn't have
a Heart Foundation.
Yeah, well, you know what? They were really good. They were really good.
I had them in my top 5. I had them in my top 5.
Who do you replace them with? You got them instead of DX?
I take Shield out.
Take Shield out. Okay.
Heart Foundation. Yeah, I've been long enough around. Just if you think why I say this is why I say New Day top 5 and great in they Hall of Fame Black legends anyway. So you got to protect them and get them their roses. But 11, 12-time tag team champions also had a world championship reign. They've been around for almost a decade. Close to a decade. Money when it comes to merchandising and all of that. They done made money, put on a lot of different other stuff. So yeah, that's why I put them out there. People in that's why they won best tag team in WWE because with the reigns, the length of the reigns and stuff like that. So hey, people be sleeping on them. They want to talk. And then the year that they started up, that's the year Ferguson was going on.
Yeah. To power through that.
2014.
To make it through that and still be as good as they are. You
don't have to put themselves on. And the stuff that they said.
You don't have the corporation in the top 5?
I almost had them in. Had them in.
With the corporation when The Rock was in there. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, that's a good faction because The Rock was smoking it. You don't have Team Angle.
Well.
Yeah, Nation was good. You don't have Team Angle?
Almost.
I thought they really underrated them. I thought they really underrated World's Greatest Tag Team. I thought they were, especially the time they were in, they were really, really good. For them to be 37. Okay.
They were pure, and they went to Ring of Honor and started smoking it there too. So
I'm surprised American Alpha didn't make the list at all. That's probably the kind of glaring omission. You had them be the SmackDown Tag Champs. They were NXT Tag Champs. To me, they had
They broke them up too soon, though. They was only up for about 6 months. Then they broke them up. Then a month later after that, he got hurt.
Jordan got hurt. Yeah, unfortunate. Damn.
Yeah, I just when it comes to faction, they probably the greatest black faction. As well, hey, they black men legends too because people be. That's why I try not to say too much bad about New Day. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's that family member that we all can talk about. But hey, if somebody outside of the family try to talk about them, we finna whoop your ass. So
absolutely.
And we're not gonna talk bad about them outside of people in front of them, and that's not part of the family. So
I don't even have nothing bad to say about them with the family. They do their thing.
People always claim that they out here cooning and shucking and jiving, but They made a lot of statements being in the faction that they in and doing the stuff they do. They speak out on a lot of different
a lot of
situations that go on.
Black people, black men in particular, can't have any kind of joy in their fucking life.
Yeah, don't smile.
You know, don't wear bright colors. Don't fucking be happy and positive and shit. That ain't for you. Like, that's and I'm not even saying that's from the other side. That's a lot of internal struggle, masculine bullshit that we deal with each other. But I think that's what a lot of that is. Ain't shit wrong with New Day liking to cosplay and play video games and shit. Like, yeah, come on.
Oh, one thing y'all didn't talk about as well, the Eddie Kingston version of Bubba Ray.
Oh yeah, So Bubba Ray is an interesting person. I find him interesting. The people he chooses to get like really upset with. Eddie Kingston's promo. I mean, I get it. I'm not like basically saying that it was an AEW is better than WWE, and people want to work here, and here they care about the things that wrestling fans
people
care about.
People want to work wherever they get paid at. It was stupid what he said. People work where they get paid at.
Yeah, I didn't take it to mean anything serious, but Bubba Ray basically tried to pull that man's card on the radio and called him, said he was stupid and all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, I understand you have these 3.5, 4 hours to fill on your show, but like, chill out, dog. Like, be cool.
And also, Eddie Kingston, I don't care how tough like Bubba's legit probably is. Like, I don't know if
I don't want that.
Eddie Kingston. Yeah, like, is that who you want to be?
Bubba silly for what he said. He told the man to shut the fuck up. That's what he told him.
Yeah,
told him to shut the fuck up.
He's
silly, man. Come on, man. You ain't gonna.
Bubba, we've seen you. We watched you in ECW threaten to sexually abuse people's mothers and sisters. Like, we've seen it.
Yeah.
He's doing the thing that you do, except in a safer way.
And who gonna clown on the place that they work at while they on the clock? Like, shut up.
Exactly.
I'd go as far as to say that was a little too much of a like rah. Look at I'm so happy where I work kind of speech, but that's just par for the course.
Yeah.
And Bubba should know. Not that he should. He does know that. So I think it's just him. Unless he just has some kind of real issue with Eddie Kingston, it's probably just him trying to create some kind of buzz or stir for their show.
And both of them guys from New York.
Or for him as a personality.
Yep. It's just a New York beef. That's all it is. New York people don't like each other anyway. So that's all that is. They can't never get along.
They don't like anybody. Like, Mike likes us, I think.
Hey, who the fuck give a fuck if Staten Island is feuding with Yonkers or some corny ass like, I don't might care about Red Hook versus
everybody rah until when they
Long
get
Island.
cut, because eventually they gonna have to cut people too. Then you're gonna hear people saying whatever. It's all roses until when you got to get cut. Because everybody have to do it. Everybody get cut. Every job cuts people. No matter how much they make. Well, Amazon ain't paid taxes in about 20 decades, and they cut people every year. And make billions of dollars. So
yeah,
that is what it is. Other than that, man, y'all were talking about the Bash. The Bash is next week. I think they got that show sold up. They ain't adding too much to that show.
Yeah,
I didn't even know it was.
Are they waiting on Cross Gargano? Because I feel like that's next week. But they haven't advertised it.
Nope, they haven't. I think that's something they probably try to build up to if they having another takeover. They'll do a specialty show.
Yeah. So you don't have you don't have the men's or women's title on that show. It makes sense. Like, yeah, they'll build that up.
All I say is that they killing that man. So by the time he gets to the main roster, which is probably August the 30th, he gonna be dead in the waters with that. And they already made him look dead in the waters with that with that main event match that they had him come out there, and he was looking so like, man, I don't want to be here. Why am I here? I done fucked up. He had that look on his face like, I might done fucked up.
Because them boys is out there getting it.
Yeah.
And he was,
and,
you know.
y'all gonna be ready for Bronson Reed, new name to be Crocodile Dundee.
I hope not, man. Like, I don't know.
Well,
he ain't gonna be Bronson Reed no more.
The fact that he's from New Zealand would be an extra layer of insult to that name. Because they would just be like, it's some Australian guy, as if they're the same culturally or anything. Just happen to be in the same damn hemisphere and, you know, two distinct people and cultures. But yeah.
Yep, but he gonna be Crocodile Dundee, Crocodile Colossus, Colossus Crocodile D.
Colossus Matey. Yeah. Something stupid. Or he'll just be
Mate Colossus
Bronson, and they'll pretend he doesn't have a last name.
Hey, because, you know, they love stripping people of their history, even if it's history that they created. But, you know.
Crocodile Dun Reed.
Oh, man. Yeah.
No,
there you go. That's it right there.
Don't encourage that behavior.
That's it right there. That's what it's going to be right there. Boom. So what y'all think AEW gonna do now that they back on Wednesday nights and they can go back to their usual viewers and stuff like that?
Yeah, I think they're opening with the Bucks and numbers. I think it's gonna take them a week or two to get back up to 1 million, but I think they'll get right back there.
Yeah, I think it'd be more.
Yeah, because tonight playoff game is gonna be
I'm about to say tonight's an elimination game, so you know that's gonna hurt a little bit, but. You know, next week, because I forget what day the finals actually start, because we're only on Game 5 of the Atlanta Bucks series, which I think is over, unfortunately. Man, what a way to go out. That sucks. But
I think the Bucks can pull it out. Giannis will probably try to play. If he can't play Game 5, he'll play 6 and 7. He didn't carry anything, but it was just it just looked bad. Okay. Yeah, they said he was okay. The MRI came out today. He ain't fucked up nothing. The ligament's straight, so. Yeah. It didn't hyperextend sideways where the kneecap get the moving side to side. That's when you know something tear. It just went back. Everybody done had that happen before. If you done played football or you were playing in basketball in the street and that knee done bent all the way back, you're like, it just scared you a lot.
Scared the shit out of you.
I just tensed up right now.
Yeah.
You know, you try to keep bending it so it don't stiffen up on you, because soon as it stiffen up, hey man, carry me to the car, bro. Because it don't swole up on you then.
We need Chris Middleton highlight game. I say we. I want to see Giannis in the finals, but I'm not gonna be mad if Atlanta's there. I need Chris Paul to get his shit together though. Like, come on, dude. Come on, man. Actually, Chris Paul, I need Devin Booker. Yeah, I need Devin Booker to get his shit together. Boy, he is throwing up any old bullshit right now. Like, dude, y'all been so good all year. Shoot the ball. Like, disgusting. Got playoff P out here. Got Reggie Jackson looking like a top 10 player in the league. Got Pat Bev hitting threes on you. It's kind of nasty.
Marquise Morris out here playing on one leg. Peg leg Joe out there.
Dog, he hit like 16 in the first quarter. He's going crazy. Like, what are y'all doing? With no Zubats and no Kawhi, they out here putting 120 on y'all. Like, come on, dude. Like, you got to play better. But, we'll see. We'll see. Somebody's, you're either going to get a first-time champion or somebody who ain't been champion in a long, long time. So, good for the league, man. The league needs new stars, man. I love LeBron, but LeBron has dominated this league since we graduated high school. You know what I'm saying? It's time to switch it up.
That's 20 years right there.
Yeah, man. Shit's crazy.
Close to. But and then you got my girl Serena. You know, she had that injury, had to go ahead and bow out.
Somebody else slipped in like the same spot at Wimbledon. They were complaining because their facilities and shit are all subpar. If you got people getting hurt, slipping in the same spot, so that's they gotta do something about that.
They trying to defend. Yeah, they would defend it. I'm talking about the courts are good. You know, it been two people that were forced to retire after slipping. Serena and somebody else.
Yeah, somebody in the men's
slipping on the court.
Yeah.
So and then Venus just lost today, so both of them gone. So at best, it is what it is.
Yeah, can't win them all. So.
Yeah, but yeah,
all
man, it's good talking to you guys, man.
For sure.
Go ahead and pack it, man.
All right, man. Have a good time. Be safe.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep,
Stay. Be careful. Don't be out there raw dogging thoughts. That's all. You know, just
or
what?
Or raw dog them thoughts.
Or what? I was going to say, is there a contrary? Is there another side to that? Yes. Yeah, the other side is raw dog them thoughts. So, all right. That does it for us this week. Free Folks to Ride is over. VIPers, click over. Rich and I'll be by for another hour or so of content. We'll probably get a little more into this low-key episode and the one last week since I hadn't watched it in time. So, yeah. So, please join us over there if you're a VIPer and Free Folks. We'll get at y'all next week. So, for Cam, all the callers, I'm Trav. We out.
Taste, and I'm sort of a connoisseur of all things fresh. Yes, the Lord of this dope shit dropped on this, damn it, recording it. Stop, I get off my job. He ain't supporting this, subordinate. Salute your caps and crazy ornaments. Decorate my chest, got stripes nice like Jordan's. I walk on air to my throne, Patron and cognac.